All right, I'll let you guys say hi. Ready?
Hello! Hi! Hi! Hello!
Okay. So, as I mentioned before, we are going to work on a project. We're actually doing a project with the other 5th grade class as well.
What?
Okay. This project, we're going to do more and more when you get back from spring break. I don't know exactly what time or when you will come back, but when you do, we'll be working on this project more in math and in makerspace here. Okay. This project is gonna be just a little bit of an extension for our makerspace, for our makers fair that we've been working on. It's going to be a group activity, so we're going to have individual activities set up, but we're also going to have a group activity. What we're going to do is we're going to make a geodescent dome. Do you know what that is?
No.
No? Do you know what an igloo is?
Yes.
Yes? So we're going to be basically making an igloo, but we're going to be calling it a geodescent dome. Now this requires certain shapes, like we've been learning in math. This requires certain shapes to be made, and we're actually going to make a dome that's going to be about this high, and we're going to make it so that we can put it in the cafeteria for our makerspace. Okay? We're also going to be using it for your graduation as a little thing that you can show your parents and your siblings when they come and see it. Okay. Again, this is something we're going to be doing with Mr. D and his class. So today we're kind of going to be working together with them and making this. For today, I know that we can't finish this today. So because this is a huge project that we're just beginning. Okay. So for today, I'm going to give you an assignment that we can kind of do on our own today, and then you can also work on during the next few weeks. Now this isn't homework. I know it's your spring break, so this isn't really homework, but I'd like you guys to do this. This is kind of a fun activity, and then bring it back after spring break if we do meet and we don't have online school. But you know what? You can even just bring it back to me. If we did have online school, you could bring it back when you pick up your Chromebooks and your other books that you need for online school. Okay, so as we make this dome, we need to use. We're going to be using hexagon. You guys remember what a hexagon is? We talked about that. How many sides does a hexagon have? Yeah, I see some 6s. Yeah, it has 6, right? For each one of those sides, you're going to have your own triangle, and you're going to cut it out of cardboard, and we're going to glue them all together so that we can make different hexagons, and we're going to form it like a big igloo. So it's going to be like a little house. Now on the outside of our yeah, I'm trying to use the proper term. I kind of forgot. What did I say? Hexagonal prison? Hexagonal. Geodescent dome, that's what we're doing. So, what we're going to do is on the outside, I would like you guys, you're going to have the opportunity to color 2 different triangles. Now, it's not just color, it's like you're going to be making a mural. This is something that you're going to present to your parents, to your friends, to your siblings. All right, you're going to have one of these pieces of paper, and you have enough space on this piece of paper to make 2 different triangles, okay, and cut it out. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring this home, and you can use paint, you can use marker, you can use pencil crayon, and you're going to draw to do something on this piece of paper, like a mural. So there's going to be 2 different subjects that I would like you guys to draw. Okay, one is going to be all about your makerspace project. So you could be, you have a lot of flexibility here. It can be about your the website that you're using. For example, Tinkercad or Scratch or Weebly. It could be something, some software program that you're using. This could be a prototype, right? You could draw a picture, a prototype of what you're actually creating. You could draw a diagram of what it looks like. So you guys can be really creative, and I can show you some pictures later on. I'll show you some pictures of what that could look like. So one of these triangles is going to be about your makerspace project. Okay. The other picture mural is going to be something about school related. Okay. So this could be, for example, your favorite field trip. I know we only went on a few. We had some field trips canceled because of coronavirus, but we only had one. We went skating. Remember, we also did the 4th, 5th camping trip, or not the camping trip, but the camp. You guys remember that? So it could be something like that. This could be something like your favorite, your friends, like your classmates. It could be something that we do in class, like the photo of the day, for example, or what we do in math. Naomi, I know you love that, right? You can draw something we do in math. It could be a writing project. It could be about the book Holes that we read together. It's got to be something related to school. Maybe something that was one of your favorite things that we did. Maybe our mural in the back there. Something related to school that was your favorite thing. Now this can be friends, and this can be something that you do that we did outside of school. Like, for example, the trip when we took to Zampa Beach, or the camp, or the skating trip. Something like that. Okay? But it has to be something related to school. So it can't be something like playing soccer with your brother or something like that outside of school.
Can it be recess?
You don't play soccer with your brother?
I don't have a brother, but he only forced.
Okay. So it's got to be school related. So that means one of these triangles, guys. One of these triangles is going to be about your makerspace project specifically, and then the other triangle is going to be something that was your favorite thing related to school. So it can be a whole bunch of different things. So just run it by me, and I'll let you know if that's okay or if you need to change it a little bit. So what I need to teach you first is how we can cut out these triangles, because these need to be all the same size. Okay. Now, if you notice here, I have this cut out. What we're going to do is, so this I already measured, right? So I took a ruler. Basically, I just did this with a ruler. Okay. So I measured the sides. Now your rulers probably have centimeters and inches, and that's fine. Now this triangle is not an equilateral triangle. It's not a scalene triangle. It is a
Right triangle.
It's not a right triangle.
No, right. It's an equilateral triangle. It's a hexagon triangle. It's an equilateral.
It has two sides that are the same.
Isosceles.
Yeah. So it's an isosceles triangle, okay? So this right here is called the hypotenuse. This is going to be a little bit longer than these two sides. Now, I'll put this up on the board so you guys can see the measurements. But just quickly, this is going to be 30 centimeters at the bottom. Okay, do you see that? Or if you're using inches, it's going to be 12 inches at the bottom. Okay, side to side. These are going to be either, if you're using inches, it's going to be 10.5 inches, or it's going to be 26.5 centimeters. Okay, both of these are going to be the same length. Now, it's going to be. You see, there's another little inch right here on the outside of these triangles. This, when we make our geodesic dome, we're going to be using this to glue to glue it together. So for this project here, you do not need to do these little extra strips on the side. Do you understand what I mean? You're just going to be drawing this triangle, which is 12 by 10, or if we're doing inches, 12 inches by 10 inches by 10 inches, or 30 centimeters by 26.5 centimeters by 26.5 centimeters.
It's 10.5 inches for that, right? For this part.
Yeah, 10.5 inches. And I'll show you this. I'll put it up there. Now, the one thing I want to show you before I just let you go is you need to have this triangle. It's difficult to get this triangle the perfect angle. So, way to help you is I told you this is 12 inches on the bottom. So what you can do is you can measure till you have. Do you have a pencil I can borrow?
This is pen.
Can I have that pencil? Thank you. So what I'm going to do is what's halfway from 12?
6.
6, right? So I'm going to mark on my 6 right here, and then what I'm going to do is take my protractor and I'm going to put it right on the dot that I just made, and I'm going to make 2 different right angle triangles. I need to make it perfectly straight. So if you see this, if I put the ruler up from the point that I made across 90, it's going to go right to the top of this triangle. Okay? So what I would do is I would make the bottom line, which is the hypotenuse, and I would just mark up here where you want to go to, and then I would measure from the sides just like that. Okay, you can use a protractor for that to make sure you have the perfect triangle. Now you need to have the perfect triangle because, well, if you don't have the exact perfect shape, once we do the geodesic dome, we might have to cut it a little bit so that your mural will fit onto the geodesic dome. Okay? Now, are there any questions before we start? Yep.
So why do you draw those things in the side of the triangle?
So this is for. So we're gonna cut this out, and we're gonna cut these. I'll show you this when we come back. We're gonna cut these little slats, and then what's gonna happen is we're gonna fold them all back like this, so that we can glue them, so that we can fit it all together.
Do we need to draw those?
For now, no, because what you're doing here is you should have enough room to make 2 triangles on this sheet. Maybe one's upside down, and you're just going to be drawing the mural today.
How do you fit 2 triangles on?
Well, you'll have to measure it. Okay, you have to give you enough space so that you can just measure it perfectly and cut it out. There is enough space on there. Okay. Now, today, me and Mr. D will be showing you how to do this. So we're going to be kind of doing it like an open classroom here. So if you need to, we'll both be walking around helping you. Okay. If you need help doing the measurements, if you need help with anything else. Okay. We're going to be doing this together as grade 5, not just like 5.1, 5.2. This is going to be a joint project that we're doing with grade 5 all together.
Which class?
Which class?
Which class?
Oh, well, both. Yeah.
Oh, so we'll stay in
When
our
we work.
classroom?
Yeah, when we work on this, it'll be like an open.
Wait, so can we go to the other class or not?
I'll talk to him about it. But yeah, we're both working on this now. So I think we can both go back and forth. Yep.
Do we have to do it at spring break?
Yeah, this I would like you to do. Well, you can even finish today if you want. But I would like this to be your best work, and then that you can give this to me after spring break. So this is just something that you can work on the next 4 days, because the next 4 days are not really, it's not school, but this is just a fun activity with drawing. All right, any other questions?
Wait, so we're going to start now?
Yeah, we're going to start now. We're going to work on this until recess. Okay? Yeah?
Are we allowed to put pictures with our writing?
Pictures with your writing, what do you mean?
You write my favorite part of school is recess, then you can draw like a slide.
No, this is not drawing. This is not writing. So you won't be like writing, explaining. You'll be just doing a picture.
Oh.
This is all a mural. Do you guys understand? Just like what we did at the back, that mural, we showed with pictures, but then we did write on it what it is. But with this, you won't be doing any words. This is just going to be a picture. So what I think will happen is you'll bring friends or siblings or parents, and you'll show them this, because we'll actually make a 3D. We'll make a 3D dome. So you'll show them, and we'll make it with our. I'll show you that too. Just a second. Do you have a question, Patrick?
Yeah. So can we use a Chromebook to see say if we did stuff on Tinkerpad or something? I was thinking like for one of them, can we use a Chromebook for like looking at it?
When at home?
No, here.
Here, yes, you can do that. Okay, Mr. Lloyd, I just talked to Mr. Lloyd, so he printed out a bunch of these 3D brackets right here. I'll just show the camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the dome, and we're going to connect it with glue, like I showed you here. We're going to connect it with glue. So these little slats here, we're going to connect with glue. But then we also need to connect it to a base. So this base is going to be made out of rectangles. And to connect it to the base, we're going to be using our make-do screw sets. So we've got a bunch of these screws right here. You guys know about these. We're going to be using the cardboard we have at the back, and we're going to be basically we're going to be screwing it into the what's this called? The hinge, the bracket, just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to have that bolted to or screwed on to our dome, right, to the base. So we're going to be using this 3D printing that that Mr. Lloyd helped us make. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Did that answer your question? Yes.
Will we be able to go in it?
Yeah, it's going to be made to where either it'll have windows or it might have a door. This has capability of we could make a door on it like that. We'll have to decide. But so it's something that you can, if you have little siblings, it's going to be a perfect thing that they'll love it. All right, any other questions? Yes, quickly, last question.
What degrees do these have for each time?
Well, I'll let you measure this one if you want. You can measure the degrees so you can get it perfect. Okay? All right, thank you guys. Go ahead.